Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back after the break and continuing on our important discussion on this very beautiful hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, alluding to the mazaya, the characteristic, the wonder and amazement of keeping that fast. Now, can you imagine that every action that you do, that action is multiplied 10 times and it's increased in the month of Ramadan up to 70 times? But when you're keeping that fast, Almighty Allah Ta'ala Himself would give you the reward, because that action is for the pleasure of Allah. You are leaving that food and the drink, you are abstaining and you are suppressing your nafs. So Almighty Allah Ta'ala is going to reward you immensely. So this hadith has a very special, we could say, a characteristic that one would say that just like how a person, when he is keeping that fast, if he knows that Almighty Allah Ta'ala is going to reward him, and if he has a connection with Almighty Allah Ta'ala, even though he may be secluded in an area, even though there may be nobody around him, he will not allow a morsel of food to enter his mouth. He will abstain from him because he has the fear of Allah. So this is not an ordinary matter. You see how great is the reward? Because you are keeping that fast for the pleasure of Allah. You are alone in the privacy of your home. There is nobody around you. But because of your connection with Almighty Allah Ta'ala, because of the fear that you have, because of your understanding that this action is for the pleasure of Allah, hence you are not going to dare even allow a food, water to enter your mouth. يَدَعُ شَهْوَتَهُ وَطَعَامَهُ مِنْ أَجْلِي. So this is very clearly highlighted in this hadith. So therefore we say this hadith al-Qudsi, because Allah Ta'ala is saying, when we have a hadith where Allah Ta'ala says, so we say this hadith, it's rated as hadith Qudsi. It is, hadith is elevated that Almighty Allah Ta'ala, He knows what is open, what is secret. He knows what we have concealed in our hearts. But when we are keeping away from food, that is for who? Min ajli, that is for Almighty Allah Ta'ala. So this a'mal and this action, when it is multiplied many a times, ashru amsaliha, right up to 70 times, except for the fasting. So therefore, because it is clearly indicated to us here that the fasting has no measure. When Allah Ta'ala is rewarding you, He is giving you without any measure. There is no restriction. إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّ الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. And in this verse of the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Zumar, verse number 10, because part of keeping that fast, you have to have sabr, you have to have patience. There is pangs of hunger, there is thirst. So you are suppressing yourself, you are persevering, you have patience. And then Allah Ta'ala is reminding us, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّ الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Because the fasting person has to endure, the fasting person has to have patience. And when you have that patience, when you are persevering, then what it means? It means you are having sabr and patient, abstaining from food and drink. And not only that, your sabr, your patience, your persevering is in the obedience of Almighty Allah Ta'ala. So you are sabrun, you have the quality of patience, you are persevering to be in the obedience of Almighty Allah Ta'ala, and at the same time you have sabrun, you have patience away and abstaining from being in the disobedience of Almighty Allah Ta'ala. So therefore remember that Allah Ta'ala is going to reward you. يُوَفَّ الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرًا بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. So when that person is keeping that fast, he is patient, he is persevering in the obedience of Almighty Allah Ta'ala. He doesn't want to break the commandment of Allah. He imagine he is hungry, he is feeling the pangs of hunger, he is feeling thirsty, it is scorching, blazing hot. but he would not himself put himself in a position where he's going to be in a disobedience to Almighty Allah Ta'ala. So how great is the reward. And this Sawm, this fasting, look at another speciality. When Allah Ta'ala is saying, I am going to reward him, Ana adzibi, or I am the reward for this person. It is not an ordinary matter, because the fasting person in that condition, in that state, it becomes a shield for him. He is going to safeguard and protect himself away from vile talk, useless talk. وَإِذَا كَانَ يَوْمُ صَوْمِ أَحَدِكُمْ فَلَا يَرْفُثْ وَلَا يَصْخَبْ فَإِنْ سَابَهُ أَحَدٌ أَوْ قَاتَلَهُ فَلْيَقُلْ إِنِّي امْرُؤٌ صَائِمٌ. This is a hadith recorded in Bukhari. So this person who is in a state of fasting, he is going to keep away from useless talk. He's going to keep away from engaging in certain actions which may lead him to commit bad deeds. Even if you say the beginnings of things which may lead him to commit actions following his shahwa and his desires, all these are prohibited in the state of fasting. So now you have that this person, he will not enter into argumentation. Wala yaskhab. So if somebody wants to fight and argue with him, فَإِنْ سَابَهُ أَحَدٌ, somebody swore at him, somebody wants to engage in a wrestling match with him, somebody wants to fight with him, and what would he say? إِنِّي امْرُؤٌ صَائِمٌ, I am a person that is fasting. This is a great, one of the benefits of fasting, because fasting teaches patience, perseverance, tolerance. إِذَا كَانَ يَوْمُ صَوْمِ أَحَدِكُمْ. So when it is the fast of any one of you, in that condition, one should not engage in these type of actions which are prohibited. And if somebody is provoking him, he needs to remember these words that I am fasting. So this fasting becomes like a protection for him. It becomes like a shield for him. It also saves him, or is saving him from, we could say, falling into the fire. إِنَّمَا الصِّيَامُ جُنَّةٌ يَسْتَجِنُّ بِهَا الْعَبْدُ مِنَ النَّارِ. So it is a shield, it is a protection for him, where a person can try, because ultimately we want to safeguard, we want to protect ourselves. We don't want to be from the people who will be from the inhabitants of the fire of hell. In that very same hadith Qudsi, we heard the words that أَنَّ خَلُوفَ فَمِ الصَّائِمِ أَطْيَبَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ مِنْ رِيحِ الْمِسْكِ. Now when you see the khaluf, the smell that emanates from the mouth of a fasting person, and if it's a bad smell, but even though whatever the condition, whatever the smell, whatever the change that occurs, remember, he is keeping that fast for the pleasure of Allah. So hence we see that that fast, or that fragrance, or that smell that emanates from his mouth is more dear to Almighty Allah Ta'ala than the rih al-miski, than the fragrance of musk. For this fasting person, there are two types of joy, two types of happiness. One at the time of iftar, one at the time of breaking his fast, and the other is in the liqa'i rabbihi. Now when he is meeting Almighty Allah Ta'ala, he is going to see the great reward for his keeping that fast. There is no limitation. And on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالُ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. In Surah Shu'ara, Allah Ta'ala says in verse number 88, يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالُ وَلَا بَنُونَ. On such a day, wealth and children will be of no avail. إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. Except that person who came to Allah Ta'ala with a sound heart. So this person, when he was keeping that fast, he is purifying himself, because part of the fast and part of the, we could say, the benefit of keeping that fast, it is purification. It is purifying the soul, because we are uplifting the soul, we are nourishing the soul, we are depriving the body, so you are uplifting that soul. And on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, this person, because he is going to receive such great reward, he is going to be in a state of great happiness and joy when he meets his Rabb. And Fadail of Fawsawm, that hadith which is in Sahihain, إن في الجنة بابا يقال له الريان يدخل منه الصائم يوم القيامة لا يدخل منه أحد غيرهم. إن في الجنة, in Jannah there is a door, and this door, it is called Ar-Rayyan. The one that is going to enter this door are only specifically for the fasting person on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah. Nobody else will be allowed to enter this door. أين الصائمون فيقومون لا يدخل منه أحد غيرهم. And when they enter, فإذا دخلوا أغلق فَلَمْ يَدْخُلْ مِنْهُ أَحَدٌ. Beautiful hadith recorded in Bukhari. Amazing. How happy, how much joy there is for this fasting person when he is going to meet his Rabb, when he is going to meet his Creator, that he will be called to enter into a door, and this door is called Ar-Rayyan. Nobody else will be allowed to enter this door once all of those people who had kept that fast. A very great, beautiful hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So may Allah Ta'ala, from some of the very ahadith that we have listened to, give us all that burning, yearning desire to keep our fast as we ought to keep that fast, so that inshaAllah, when on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, because of all the actions, specifically given that we are welcoming the month of Ramadan, Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq, ability to keep that fast for His pleasure, so that we may enjoy this great bounty and blessing when we meet our Creator on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah. May Allah Ta'ala make us all enter from this door of Jannah, this door which is called Ar-Rayyan. Until our next sitting, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.